Hey everyone, in this video we're going to show you how to do a figure drawing of a person standing using the block method. So grab your pencils and let's get drawing. So first things first, this is a figure drawing, so we're going to keep the things a little simple. But I'm going to use the block method, which is a little different than some of the other figure drawings out there. The block method just essentially has different blocks associated to things like the bicep, the forearm, the thigh, the shin, the foot, and I'll just guide you through each step of the way. So we'll start with the head, as we always do. The head will basically look a little, be looking to their right, and the face will be over there, and you'll probably have somewhat of a crosshair over here, just showing the direction of, the viewpoint of the head. So that's basically where the head is over there, and we can always change it as we put the rest of the body together. I do like to do a little bit of a dip on the chin. It kind of shows where the chin sits, so that's basically why I do it that way as well. So I'll do some darker lines just so it shows up well on the camera. So from the head, what you want to do is basically go down, and I think around this point you basically have the neck like this, and perhaps the neck just over here. Remember, the head is kind of looking this way, and you kind of not necessarily going to center the neck as a result, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's just clean that up. So over here we basically have you have the chest. The chest kind of sits, I would say, just like this, and this is the first block, so that's your chest block right there. And if you want, we could even go a little rougher and then refine it later. There's nothing wrong with that as well. So that's your first block right there, and the chest kind of comes down like this. You can kind of draw your guidelines coming down, perhaps not curving so much down there. The second block is right over here, is the abdomen block, kind of goes like this, and you could probably bring it in just like this, and this becomes your abdomen block. Then you have your waist block down below. So with the waist block, you're creating this kind of block like this, very in a rough kind of way, just kind of creating something like that. Okay, and then we'll do the legs. So the legs will actually, one will come down like this, we'll just do the upper from the knees kind of up, just showing the block format here. And then down here, we'll have the other leg kind of come down like this. So yeah, that looks pretty good actually. I was gonna erase that, but actually I'm okay with that. Over here we basically put kind of a kneecap-like piece. And of course, you kind of work your way back down, kind of have your legs going down. So we're just going to work from there up. And then over here, we'll basically kind of draw the shoulder. So kind of the balls around the shoulder, or the joints, if you will. So this over here, we'll basically have the first block coming down, which is the bicep, and the bicep block kind of just over here. And of course, a joint around the elbow. And then from there, you might have the forearm block as well. Forearm comes down to this point over here around the wrist, and then the wrist you can kind of, everyone has a different way of drawing hands. I've done many different ways. You could do this one, which I just drew right here, which is you could kind of go out and kind of back and like this, kind of like a prism-like shape, or hexagon shape or whatever. So you could kind of do this kind of hand piece like that. This is like a very structured way to do it. Other people have done things like the curve way. So you kind of curve this part, you curve this part, and you kind of go back. So that's kind of another way to do it. And of course, you can also just draw with the fingers in a rough way. But anyway, this was basically the forearm and the bicep over here. And then let's just look at the other part over here. This person is kind of pushing forward, the arm's kind of swinging to the back. Over here, we might want to have their arm just kind of, in this case, up. So in this case, we'll probably have over here, ever so slightly just behind is the bicep, and the bicep will kind of come around here, and over here is the elbow, and then of course from here you kind of go up, kind of have the forearm over there, and of course another joint, and up here you might also want to create just that hand kind of piece over here. So kind of, you know, this kind of very structured way to draw this. In fact, you know, a bit of a different way. But anyway, we call this the block structure. So this is kind of all done in blocks, and you kind of have your chest. So you could kind of think of this as, you know, your chest, your abdomen, the pelvic, the thighs, the legs, forearms, biceps, head, neck, etc. So, you know, if you're pretty happy with this, you can also just, let me grab my markers here. You can also just grab any kind of marker that you wish. Something dark is obviously a good one as well. Let's see what we have. So we'll start with a darker marker and just kind of work our way around. So what I'll do is speed this part up. We'll just kind of do the blue, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We basically just put some dark lines on that, just kind of pulls it all together. Just a really nice, clean way to do figure drawings, and I call this the block method. Just essentially in blocks, because everything is a block. You have your torso, you have your chest, you have your pelvic, the thighs. You know, I've already went through the names, but give it a try. Let us know how it goes. We'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, subscribe, and of course leave a comment. That's our favorite thing. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.